Okay, so how is MiVote different? It's different in just about every way. First and foremost, I suppose we start from a position that says ideology is one of the greatest dangers to genuine democracy in the world today. So our approach is entirely non-ideological. We don't come pitching constituents a vision of where they need to go. What we try to do is provide constituents with an understanding of the landscape so that they can make their own decisions. From there, we make a commitment that whatever the majority position is on an issue becomes the policy of the movement, as opposed to us trying to indoctrinate you into a particular worldview. Another critical element is the way that we educate the constituency. So one of the things that underlie how the platform operates is that every member, every constituent will receive an information pack about every issue, which unpacks for them various destinations. So we've uncoupled this idea of legislation being genuine democracy, because it's not. Legislation already comes with ideological compromise embedded inside it, primarily because it's written by one side of politics or another side of politics. So what we do is basically say, rather than do you vote for the bill, do you not vote for the bill, we say here are four different ways that four different directions or paths that the country can take on this issue. So, for example, if we're talking about the immigration issue, rather than do you support the bill around Manus or Nauru, the issue is, do you want your country to take a humanitarian approach? Or do you want it to take a national security approach? Or do you want it to take a financially pragmatic approach or an international diplomacy approach? And then we unpack what those things mean. So if you're interested in humanitarianism, what does that mean? I think that's right for me, but here is what it means. These are the things you could support and these are the things you wouldn't support. And we offer a great depth of information. You can consume small amounts of information if that suits you, but you can go right down to the source documentation of our research team to understand where we're finding the information, to make a determination for yourself. That's critically different, because we're not coming into the situation with an embedded idea or with a sense that we have a solution before we even knew what the question was. We allow the people to determine for themselves where they want to go. And the information pack is absolutely critical, because how can people enact democracy? How can you vote for a direction that you don't understand? How can you make sense of a difficult set of circumstances if you haven't been privy to the information that politicians are using to make framing their own worldview? So that becomes really critical. The other key elements, we don't take any corporate donations. This is a community-funded group. This is about a group of people who believe in a new direction, in a new opportunity, and it's about coming together and providing that. And as a result of that, we're not compromised by access, which means people genuinely have equality in terms of their voice, because we're not allowing other people to come in by virtue of the investment they've made to impact any decisions around where we might head from a policy perspective. And then finally, as an example,